Good afternoon or evening, even. Still bright daylight outside. Okay, well, we've only got 4 episodes left of Smallville season 9, people. I'm a little sad, but at the same time excited. Um, we have been given some snippets and expectations and promises of what's to come between this Friday and May the 14th. So we've got left Charade, Sacrifice, Hostage, and then Salvation. So we know pretty much what's going to happen in Charade. We know that Maxwell Lord is going to be in this episode, and his purpose in this episode is to reveal the identity of the Blur and, get rid of him, kind of. What we have in Sacrifice is quite interesting, actually. The snippet that we've received, obviously we know that Lois and no, not Lois, Tess and Chloe both get locked in the Watchtower because Tess breaks into Watchtower. Why she does that, I'm sure we will find out. And then this is also the episode where Clark realizes that Zod has now given his soldiers, all their superpowers and everything. After that, we've got Hostage, which sees the return of Martha Kent, and also Perry White. Now, it's quite interesting about this one is because they've decided to bring them together as boyfriend and girlfriend, which doesn't really. Sorry, that's my housemate's cat. For me, it's I'm not so sure about pairing Martha Kent and Perry White together because it just doesn't really. For me, that just doesn't work. I'd rather that they didn't try and matchmake Perry and Martha in that sense. But the big thing about this particular episode is we've been informed that Chloe and Clark decide to find the Book of Ra, and this is obviously going back to Kandor, probably even going back further than that. But when Jor-El arrived in Smallville, he obviously was looking for something at the farm, and it looks like what he had must have been the Book of Ra. And I'm sure that is what Chloe and Clark are looking for, because they believe it's going to contain information on how to stop Zod and his army. And that's where we come to the season finale, Salvation, which is where we've been promised that it's going to be a big, full-on, sort of action-packed episode that's going to involve Justice League of America, the Justice Society of America, against Zod and his army. Apparently Clark and Zod are going to face off in an epic battle for the control of Earth. Now, I don't know how that's going to work, because I know that Clark doesn't really want to control Earth. We know that Zod does, but not Clark. But yeah, I hope it is going to be an epic battle. I hope it's going to be better than the fight that we saw between Doomsday and Clark from last season. Although I can understand why the fight between Doomsday and Clark wasn't as spectacular as we were expecting. Again, I think that they're following on from the comics regarding the death of Superman, because Doomsday was actually emerged from underground. The other thing that really excites me about these last few episodes, especially Salvation, is the fight between the Kandorians and the Justice Society and the Justice League. Reminds me of the current new World of New Krypton story that I've been reading in the comics. And if I'm not going to really go into it, but if you've read the comics, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think the producers and the writers have sort of gotten some information and some material from that story and put it into Smallville, which I think is working brilliantly right now for the series and for this season as well. So for me personally, what am I expecting? Well, here's something that has been revealed. Brian Peterson did state that the whole flying thing with Clark, well, that's likely to come to a head in the final episode. So we've all got to keep our eyes peeled, children. We've all got to watch for that episode. What's going to happen? I don't know. Epic battle? I am hoping so. Big cliffhanger? Yes. It happens in Smallville, doesn't it? It happens every season in Smallville. We always get a big cliffhanger. Actually, I think the only cliffhanger the only season finale that I would say wasn't an actual cliffhanger for me would be at the end of season 2, where he rides off to Metropolis on the motorcycle after he's put on the red kryptonite ring. I forget the name of that episode, so if someone can remind me, that'd be great. But yeah, for me that wasn't really a cliffhanger. But Commencement, that was a cliffhanger. Vessel, cliffhanger. Yeah, we've had a number of, yeah, seriously, no, this past 9 seasons of Smallville have been amazing. This season has definitely been one of the best. What we're going to expect in season 10? Well, I just want to see what happens at the end of season 9 first. Then, and you know what I'm like. You saw what I did last season with at the end of the season finale from season 8, and well, all I can say is, yeah. Just on the last episode, I'll do my review, and then I'll obviously do my theories again for season 10. So I think what I'll do is, as I say, I've still got plenty more Smallville videos that I've got, and like reviews and theories, so I might put up my theories for season 9 from last season up as well, so you can all have a look at that, and then we'll see what happens after the end of this season. Again, we'll do some more theories again from that. So as usual, here I am rambling on as always. You know what I'm like. Once I get carried away, that's it. I can never stop, kind of thing. But seriously, guys, you let me know what you think. What do you think is going to happen? What are you expecting to happen? And how do you think the fight between Clark, Zod, the Kandorians, and the heroes are going to turn out? You know, what are you expecting? What do you want to see? Just let me know. Comment, whatever. Send me a message. Get me on Twitter. Leave a question on Formspring as well for me. I'll put all the links at the bottom. Let's just go for it, people, because this is it now. The last 4 episodes, it's getting juicy for me. It's getting really juicy now. So, yeah. Just one thing. Who I think is going to die, I'm still going to go for Chloe. I mean, I know I keep saying that I've been saying that every season for the past sort of 3 or 4 seasons, that Chloe's going to die. And, but, yeah. I still think that Chloe is likely to die this season. So, what do you guys think? Who do you think is likely to die? Let me know as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.